Good morning. Oh gosh. I slept good, but I don't think I got enough sleep in general. Not enough hours. I think I had too much caffeine before I went to bed, and I think it just completely messed up my sleep. So I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym. Sunday gym days are my favorite if I can get there early enough, because it's practically empty most of the time. I feel like my best training days are Sundays. The hair looks rough right now, but I promise it's gonna air out and look better. I'll also spray it down with filtered water. Only filtered, never straight from the tap. And that'll help it just kind of relax from being up all night. But I found the only way that I can wrap my hair is literally with multiple scrunchies. So I have to section it off and kind of put the hair tie around the hair as if I was making a ponytail, but instead of keeping it in one place, I bring it each wrap down, and that's like been the only way I can preserve the style for as long as possible. Because ideally it's Sunday right now, it should be able to last me until Wednesday, and then I wash it again. My hairstylist, I've been with her for a little over a year now, and she has completely helped me understand just how to take care of my hair, because I previously used a lot of oils and just in general either heavily oiled products or products that just are not good for your hair. And she is amazing, and I feel like this is the first time that my hair is actually felt like it's growing, because you know your hair is always growing, but I wasn't taking care of it, so it was just continuously breaking off at the same point. But now I feel like I'm really able to see the difference, because it's just like I can't remember the last time my curls touched my shoulders, and right now I am growing it out a little bit more. I basically want the sides here to grow down to probably here-ish, so I probably have like another like 2 years of just really taking care of it and growing it out before it gets there. But I've been just loving having healthy hair. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready for the gym, and we'll do that, and then we'll come back and plan our day. I love Sundays. I feel like you're able to just reset and do whatever you need to do for you. And if you're spiritual or not, I feel like you can still use that time to reflect and just to enjoy life, honestly. Because I don't know about you, but like I feel like sometimes I'll go throughout, you know, a 1-2 week period and then have this like oh shit moment where I'm sitting and I'm realizing, oh my god, like 2 weeks just went by and I wasn't present at all. That's scary. And so I think really just coming back to the moment and just enjoying life as much as you can is so important. My grandpa, he always tells me like, Stacia, slow down. slow down. That's what my grandma and grandpa would always tell me to do. And so I've had that echoing in my mind. So anyway, let's get ready. All right, I think I'm gonna go with these like men's Gymshark shorts that I like, and this like dry fit longer shirt. Wish I had left a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. All right, so I am all done with the gym, and I'm gonna go grab some cash before I go home, because for some reason going to the ATM just makes me angry. I think because the one near me is a walk up, not a drive through, so it is what it is. I forgot to get the cash. Literally the second I stopped that video and put my car into drive, nothing upstairs. Shout out to ADHD. Woo! Fit is plain, boring sweater, 550s. We have some Doc Mary Janes. I got these in like high school and they're still kicking. And sunglasses. Honestly, I'd say it's a pretty successful shop. I got all the things I needed to, and I'm trying not to snack as much anymore, so I literally just got stuff for my meals and that's it. So did pretty good. I think I spent in total around like $70 on groceries, which for me is pretty standard. I feel like it ranges from 60 to 80 depending on whether or not I have to replace anything. Like this time I had to replace olive oil, and I had to replace avocado oil, some spices and stuff like that. So it made it a little bit higher, but whenever I don't have to replace those staples, I feel like costs are pretty low. So pro tip, always like buy your staples, so like rices, pastas, beans, stuff like that in bulk. And so that way you really just have to get you know, fresh produce and any meat if you eat meat. So yeah. Also meal prep in the sense of don't just like buy ingredients that you like, because I used to do this. I would buy individual things that I really liked, but I didn't really have a goal for a meal. Like I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to make this, or I'm going to make this dish or that. And so I would end up with foods that I liked, but I would just be eating those foods individually and not really having a meal that incorporated those foods because they didn't go together. So it does take a little bit more prep time, maybe 10 to 15 minutes out of your day, depending on how many meals you need to make. I chose 3 meals, not 3. I'm not a man. 3 meals that I'm gonna make this week, and it took me about 15 minutes to just review the recipe, write down the things that I didn't have, and just organize that way. You know, things to think about and just to stay on top of, because I feel like if your progress is stagnating and you fall into the category of diet being the problem most of the time, just taking the time to plan out your meals is going to help you so much. And if you are a snacker, plan out your snacks too. So are you going to have like sliced fruit or vegetables cut up, prepackaged, ready to go? So those are things that I like to think about. And I guess in the moments where I found the most success, I've always had something healthy to reach for, whether it be a meal or a snack. So I picked up some avocado oil, some teriyaki or the Trader Joe's soyaki, and then I also have smoked paprika, and then I'm gonna be trying the ranch seasoning blend. We'll see how that goes. I also picked up some fresh strawberries and blueberries, cilantro, spinach. Brussels sprouts were from the farmer's market, and then the eggs were from the farmer's market, and then everything else is Trader Joe's. So the bell peppers, the lemons, and then again I picked up some more staples. So I have the Dijon mustards, 2 different variations, and then I also have a small can of the tomato paste, and then some diced tomatoes. And oh, how could I forget the OG, one of my favorite drinks in the world is the San Pellegrino limonada. It has me in a chokehold, and I honestly, I don't want to get out of it. So I always try to have something bubbly because sometimes I just get an itch for soda, which isn't great. It's not the best thing to have, but instead of that, I'll just drink one of those, which arguably still has a lot of sugar in it. Don't get me wrong, but in my head, it's a little less worse than soda, but it might be right up there with it. So do as I say, not as I do. While I was going through my fridge, I noticed that my parsley has seen better days. So a little trick, and you can do this with any leafy vegetable, go ahead and put it in a large bowl of some sort, and then you're going to fill that with water. And then once you've filled your bowl or container, whatever you're using, with water, go ahead and just make sure that most of it, if not all of it, is submerged or is at least touching the water. And you're just going to let it sit, and it's going to rehydrate and perk right back up, and you'll be able to get a longer shelf life out of your herb in my case, or even your lettuce, kale, basically any vegetable, carrots, anything. Yeah.